All right, welcome to the video. My name is Wade Smith, and I'm going to be demonstrating, if assuming I can actually do this correctly, the Isshinryu double front jump kick. And it comes from one of the katas. I think it's Wansu, but I honestly can't remember exactly anymore. It might be Chinto. But you have a situation where for whatever reason, we just want to do the situation where we assume that the double front jump kick is a good option in this case. So you're going to jump up and kick with one foot and then kick with the other foot before your first foot hits the ground again. Let me see if I can do it correctly. I can do it correctly, but it takes a little effort. And that time I slipped. All right. Notice that I have hurt my knee whenever I broke that board earlier. So that time I slipped. All right, let's try this again. All right, something like that. Obviously, I haven't practiced that in a very long time because it's one of the less practical Isshinryu techniques, but it is part of a kata and it does have a bunkai. All right, so some people who practice it enough nonstop can get that up to like chest high or so with one or even both of the kicks. I never could get that high because, first of all, I can't get a vertical jump. I've never been very good at vertical jumping. So, for that reason, it's pretty hard for me to get it that high. And secondly, for whatever reason, flexibility does not run in my family. Like, extreme flexibility just doesn't run in my family. Like, no matter how much I've ever trained, I could never get a split much deeper than right about here. That's just about as deep as I can go or ever could go, and that I don't go any deeper than that. I couldn't do it. I'd have to injure myself to get any deeper than that. Like even when I was taking karate class 5 days a week, 3 hours a day, I couldn't get any deeper than that when I was 20 years old. So I don't know if it's just a genetic thing or what the deal is, or maybe I'd have to be drawn and quartered to get any deeper than that. But your double front jump kick is useful in some scenarios, and it can also actually be used where, like, I don't know if you've seen in the side-scrolling fighting game Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter 2 Turbo, where Ken and Ryu actually have a strong kick maneuver where they grab and throw the person by rolling backwards. That is actually a throw in Isshinryu. Isshinryu Karate does teach that same throw. It's considered an Isshinryu or Judo throw. You place your foot in the small of the person's hip, perhaps right up in here, sort of in the inguinal area, and you actually roll back and do a break fall and throw the person over your own head and shoulders. And so, in one sense, this double jump front kick, one kind of bunkai of that sequence, can in fact be interpreted as you doing the throw where you're throwing the person over your back. You're rolling back and throwing the person backwards. Or it could just be the double front jump kick. A really well executed double front jump kick could potentially end a fight. Um, I don't know if any of the watchers will have seen perhaps the original Jackie Chan's Drunken Master. I don't know the actor's name, but the gentleman who played Thunderfoot could actually do a double front jump kick about chest to neck high in the Jackie Chan movie Drunken Master. So there are people who can get it that high, and it is called an Isshinryu, and I think it's Chinto Kata now that I'm thinking about it. Uh, Sorry that my knee gave out and I slipped on the first attempt, but I did break a board yesterday, a pretty hard break, and so my knee is sore. gave out a little bit. But it's not like bad, but it's bad enough that whenever I landed on it, I knew it then. But it's not, I'm not injured bad. It's just a little bruising. But the point was yesterday that in the moment you have to psych yourself out in Sanjin Kata, and I did the board break over my knee, which there is no leg strike or knee strike in Sanchin Kata. But the point was, I was just showing that yes, you can psych yourself out and take the pain in that moment when it's necessary to take the pain, and that's part of what one of the three main, I think, focuses of Sanchin Kata. Whereas I think Chinto Kata is more explosive movement, and that's why the double front jump kick is in Chinto Kata. Uh, whereas Sanchin Kata is focusing on just getting your body tension correct and your mental focus correct. Uh, and then, yeah, if I wasn't type 2 diabetic with insulin resistance, I'd be able to get the double front jump kick another 6 to 12 inches higher off the ground. But I am packing quite a bit of extra weight that I'm trying to get off. I only, other than today I overate, but for the past 3 weeks, I've only been eating 800 to 1,200 calories a day, and I've supposedly lost about 8 to 10 pounds, but you wouldn't know it looking at me. I don't know what the heck the deal is. I'm stuck in weight. Uh, but whenever I was younger, I could do that double front jump kick correctly on demand in the dojo. It's actually harder wearing shoes than it is barefoot because those shoes, your feet don't land correctly, and they really, and you're packing, close to 5 pounds of extra weight that you're not aware of that your shoes weigh by the time you have both shoes on and your socks. But then again, if a technique doesn't work in your shoes in a street self-defense situation, then you need to be aware of that and not to bother using it in a street self-defense situation. If you're only doing it for the artistic value, that's one thing. But if you're learning street self-defense, you need to know what you are capable of doing in a realistic street fight. Because if you know you don't have a good double front jump kick, you probably shouldn't bother trying it in a street fight. If you know you don't have a very good back kick, you really need to work on it because you might need it in a realistic street fight. All right. Thank you very much for watching.